Nasir, and this is my lesson on mixture, solution, saturation, supersaturation, and crystallization. First, I'll be telling you about a mixture. A mixture is two different substances that are combined together, but can be easily removed and still keep their identity. An example of this would be iron fillings, iron shavings, and sand. So all you have to do is you just get a magnet, wrap your towel, then look. So the magnet only picks up the iron fillings, and if you do this for long enough, you will soon have two separate bowls of what used to be your mixture. Next, I'll be telling you about a solution. A solution is when you mix two different substances, but one substance dissolves into the other. An example of this would be sugar and water.
You have to make sure you seal it.
As you see, oh my gosh, as you see, got my sugar, got my water, so as you see, when you stir this for a pretty long time, the sugar will soon start dissolving inside the water. We have scientific names for these things. The substance that is after getting dissolved into the other substance is called the solute, and the substance that is dissolving the solute is called the solvent. In this case, the sugar would be the solute because it's being dissolved, and the solvent, which is dissolving the sugar, would be called the solvent. So, as you see, some of our sugar has dissolved. So, yeah. Now I'm talking to you about a saturation. Saturation is when you keep mixing sugar into your solution until your solvent cannot dissolve any more solute. So imagine I got more sugar, I added it, I stirred it up. I got more sugar, I added it, I stirred it up. So then I would add more sugar and I stir it up, but the sugar would not dissolve. That is when you reach your saturation. But, oh crap, it burned. Okay, but a supersaturation is when you heat up your saturated solution until you can keep adding more solute to it, and the solvent, since it's hotter, can dissolve more and more. But when you add that one batch of sugar that you can, or solute that the solvent cannot dissolve, that's when you reach your supersaturated solution.
Nice.
Usually, people would make this an example as sugar and water, but today I'm going to do copper sulfate and sugar.
Okay.
So this is why I haven't worn your goggles, because if this were to splash in your eyes, you could lose sight. If this were to go, get inside of you some way, vomiting or death.
Well, we don't need that.
We really don't. Okay, so as you see here, I have already mixed in my sugar for my saturated solution, but then I heated this up and I'm about to add a little more sugar to make my supersaturated solution. So again, always be careful when you're using copper sulfate because it's a chemical and it can hurt you. Most adults will whine about this. You're just using it at your home with no goggles, so I'll use goggles. So as you see, as I start mixing this, it'll soon start dissolving. It's going to take a pretty long time to dissolve for some reason, but still. Just imagine it's dissolved, okay?
Okay.
So next I'm telling you about crystallization. Crystallization is when you get your supersaturated solution, and then you let it cool. To usually crystallize it, you would get a popsicle stick and a string and stick it down in your supersaturated solution. You would wait overnight, and what would happen is all the sugar particles in your solution would usually cool down and cling to the string, bringing all the copper sulfate with it, therefore making a crystal.
It's not working.
If you do this right, this is what your crystal will look like.
Nice.
Okay. For now,
that was my lesson on mixture, solution, saturation, supersaturation, and crystallization. I hope you enjoyed.
That was awesome.
Thank you.